Boxing warm-up. First, you have to make sure that you got your shoulders totally loose because the axis points are the most important parts of doing any boxing training. All of the jerking and snapping, if the shoulders aren't right, then you're going to go through what we call rotator cuff issues. And if you go into that world, then you got an entirely different beast. So I'm going to go through a 4 series of exercises that you want to do before you start your boxing workout. And no matter what you do, don't elude this, because next would be PT warm-up. So the first thing you want to do is create the circular motion, right? It's a big deal to get super loose, all right? And you're focusing on the anterior, and when the anterior is open, everything starts to operate, all right? Now, not only do you get the rotator cuff issues, but you can also work on that cap, all right? And if you do, you're gonna find yourself in crazy pain. So get that baby nice and loose, because when you're striking, it doesn't matter how good you look with your striking. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna work in what we call the 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 area, and you might know it as the upper chest. So let's open that baby up. And simultaneously, you're actually working on the posterior deltoid as well. Each one of these drills you want to minimize from 40 to 60 seconds, and you'll feel the blood. And if you look at the back of my arm, you can see it's hitting the posterior deltoid as well. So do these, right? And then you want to create the rotation. Why? Because when you throw a punch, you rotate, okay? So you got to pull it all together. So act as if you have a ball, or get a medicine ball and rotate. And don't pivot your feet yet. You want full range. So go here, because when you're throwing shots, if you do that, then that's what makes this more effective. Body shots, under, over, hooks, right hooks, liver shots, solar plexus. We call that stabbing. But you got to do these things first. And now you go into the torso. Now watch me do this spin on my torso. Anybody ever box and then aggravate your shoulder or box a knuckle? It's because you're not warming up long enough, right? So go. And when you turn, that's when you exhale, because you're letting the air expand out, because that's where the most compression is. So make sure you go there. Now, remember, 40 to 60 seconds. All of these exercises pull it together so that you can throw overhands, haymakers, right? Hooks. But remember, always stop at the point of the chin. And if you don't, then go ahead and drop and roll and add that component to it. So I'm out here first thing in the morning. Of course, in South Florida, it's always sunny and warm. So I felt like coming here and grounding. And the grounding sends up at least 187 gigawatts of energy through your system. So it's like you're plugging your finger into a plug and your body's being charged. So I got no shoes on because I want the full wattages going into my body. So that does help you get stronger. It does increase your energy levels. And between 6 to 15 minutes a day, just grounding, you're totally taking your body to the next level. And then the next phase of that is actually just learning how to breathe, box breathing. If you want to learn more about box breathing, continue to follow us. And you're going to learn how to get yourself prepared, not just to box, but understanding how to hardwire your mind to elevate your body as a human being. So remember these. Circle here, rotates here, reverse the circles as if you're doing breaststrokes. Boom. And now you got your rotation. And now you're working right there at the back of that cap. Boom. And you can just look at the back of my arm. Look at the back. Bam. Just like that. And when you're doing your punches now, you can feel the difference in the way that your punch follows through, flows through. And then what do? You start working in the hips. All of this is necessary. I've worked with over 40 world champions and probably closer to 60 now since COVID. I do a lot of virtual online coaching with the coaches of these people, individuals. Like we actually have Dustin Poirier's coach that we're gonna do a segment here because he has a fight coming up with Max Holloway. So we're gonna do a segment together on a boat, and we're gonna really give you guys some pearls to check out, and then see what it's like with the coaches at the world-class level, what's actually going on in their lives. So if you like that segment, make sure you subscribe to the website because we're gonna make sure that you're up to date with it. It should be in about 10 days. So keep your eyes out for you because we're gonna give you some serious pearls. And then I'll take you over to American Top Team as well, along with behind the scenes in the spot where Gervonta Davis formerly trained. And we're gonna make sure that you guys get the best of the best. All right, so here we go. Now this last one is all about swooping. So you're coming up through the middle and you're pulling this. And you've seen these movements, but if you do these daily, you're gonna find that your body is in much more of a better place. So if you're above the age of 40, it's never too late to start boxing. And if you're past the age of 40, this is the perfect time for you to begin to just kind of develop and rewire your mindset, elevate your health-wise, getting stronger, more explosive after the age of 40. It's a big deal. So if you're young and you want to get right, what you got to do is not interfere with your growth plates, but help them along the way. My son, 13, what he has to do is open up all of his access points. So if you're not exercising the proper way, and let me know if you have a question. Those contacts, you stupid kid. I'm the reason why those guys are doing what they're doing. Dumb, go through the channel. Just because you can't do it. I've been in the game for 4 decades. I've worked with everybody. I'm the educational source of boxing. I've written 30 books. All of this stuff is on the record. Go up to our website. It's in the link in the description. People, always remember, keep those kind of people around you, because they doubt everything. Anytime someone says, you don't do this or you don't do that, it's because they are scared to take a leap into faith and believe in what they do. I live in $1 million home, son. I've already worked with over 40 to 50 world champions. I build gyms. I'm a global brand. In Australia and the United Kingdom, they call me legend already. So there's that. But when you look up people like him, he got 4 subscribers. I got 56,000 on this page, 300,000 on Instagram, and 750,000 on Facebook. 777,000 to be exact. You can check the record, chump. You ain't got nothing but you. I want you here so I can show you what winning looks like, and you will finally have confidence in yourself and stop doubting people and start focusing on, just stop scrolling and do things that's actually going to help you win and know what winning looks like and giving back to people. Because most people like that, they're selfish and they don't understand the key to being successful is being selfless. I write books so you'll know what I had to learn. I'll give you the kind of information that Georgie Benton, Coach Anthony Bradley, and Kenny Adams gave me directly. I'll teach you and take you through the training camps of these world-class championship rounds, what went behind it. And that's what my channel is based on. So how did this clown get on my page? You know why? Because I'm actually giving. And so people like that are always taken. So, you know, I didn't want to take the time and use that energy, but it's chumps who will try to interfere with your game. But when you see them, don't block them. Tell them, come get the smoke. Learn something for a change. Stop living in negativity, because when it's all said and done, they call me Eric A. Bradley, coach that is, and we teach boxing on an entirely different level. So hopefully you guys understand a little bit more about building and developing the body and dealing with punks on social media. We eat you for breakfast. So with that being said, once I kick your ass, then I feed you with knowledge so you don't get your ass kicked in front of 50,000 people. So until next time, continue blessings and continue to follow for more. If you want to learn how to really box, you go directly into our page and check out the playlist, and you can learn how to do the actual peekaboo, which was taught to me directly from Archie the Old Mongoose Moore and Oliver McCall, who formerly was Tyson's chief sparring partner at the height of his career, also a world champion, who was also in camp. And you'll see a lot of content with us up there. Me with Riddick Bowe directly on calls, so you can learn so much from this channel by going to the playlist and seeing how to actually operate in the world of boxing and learn the techniques and the drills that help hardwire the skills into you. Okay, so don't get it twisted because I got the do-rag on and I'm outside. Hey, I got to keep serving and showing up. And so no matter what, some of you out there are in a place where you're not, wow, 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 wow. You don't get that kind of skill not knowing what you're doing, chump. What's up, man? Anybody got? Oh, I got 3 world champions on my advisory board. I've worked with Ray Mercer. I've worked with guys like Oliver McCall, 2-time world champion. Otis Griffin is on my advisory board, 2-time world champion. Andre Durrell, currently on my board. Chop Corley, currently on my board. All of these guys, Manny Pacquiao, chief sparring partner, Hasim Rockman, Klitschko. We've done 3 camps with Vladimir Klitschko. Man, the list goes on and on. I got a video right now that was posted the other day about me doing a film study with George Kambosos. You name him, I've done work with him. I've been in this game for 4 decades. If you look at videos on the page and stop scrolling, looking for those 30-second videos and listen to some videos with some substance, if you're looking at listen to any of my podcasts on the page, you'll learn what I do. You won't have to ask questions because I tell you the stories. All right, so you know, this is no angst at you. You just gotta learn. You can't learn shit in 30-second videos. You gotta watch the shit that got content and context. And I take you behind the scenes. I got a show, all right? It's called Boxing Life and the Fight Show, where I got Mauricio Sulaiman. Tony Zelzniece is my co-host. Claudia Trejos from DAZN is also a co-host who shows up and does shows with me time to time. If you watch the channel, you'll see that shit, okay? I'm not some guy. I just don't need the limelight. But believe me, I got it, all right? I got 1.4 million people that follow me. Why don't you know this stuff? So continue to follow for more. Somebody who's just not some guy out here, but somebody who's credible and been in the game for 4 decades. So be blessed at Godspeed. Get your finger out your nose. Stop picking in your ass and start doing something that matters. All right? Coach Bradley out. Peace.